here's a quick one. Was this aerial photograph used to produce the orthophoto map taken between 9 and 10 or 14 hours and 15 hours? Give a reason for your answer. You have 3 marks over there. So with map work, you know that your map is your memorandum. Okay, so before we attend that, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and also share the video. Now, we know that the general direction of this map is north. This means in that direction we have north over there, we have east over there, we have south, and then we have west over there. Okay, so we must follow the practicality of what happens daily in our lives. We know that our sunrise is from the east, and then our sun sets on the west, right? So this means when the sun rises, our shadows, looking at the shadows of the buildings and the shadows of the trees. So this means now for us to answer this question, we must focus solely on the shadows of the trees and or of the buildings. So normally I like using the standalone buildings and or trees. Okay, so with that said, this means now as the sun rises in the early hours of the morning, between 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock, it means now your shadows of the buildings, because remember the sun rises from the east, so this means now the shadows will lie towards the southwest. And as the day goes, this means now right about midday at 12 o'clock, you'll have shorter shadows, and then as you go between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, your shadows will lie on the southeast. So let's answer this question in that regard. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to try and zoom in so that we can answer the question. So just to read the question again, was this aerial photograph used to produce the orthophoto map taken between 9 and 10 or 14 hours and 15 hours? Okay, so with that said, let's look at the trees, the row of trees here. So as you can see, there is a row of trees over there, and the shadows in this case, as you can see, those are your rows of trees, but when you look at the shadows, that's the shadow over there. So this means now this shadow is lying, or rather the shadows are lying towards southeast. Okay, so that's the first evidence we can use to answer the question. So remember, the shadows are lying towards the southeast. Now let's go up a bit and look at this stand-alone building of this stadium over here. So here's a building over there, and as you can see, the shadows of this building are also lying towards the southeast. Okay, so that's the second evidence we can use to answer the question. Now let's go down and try and find another building or another evidence to sort of help us answer the question. So when we look into this building over here, it could be a silo, but we know it is a building. So this building, the shadow as well of this MLO map is facing or lies towards southeast. So with that said, we can conclude that the shadows of this map, okay, this thing is stuck about now. Let's try zoom again. The shadows of this map lie towards the southeast. So I said that if the shadows lie towards the southeast, we know that the image or the aerial photograph was taken rather later in the day. So to answer this question, we can say that the image was taken between 14 hours and 15 hours, and the reason for our answer is that the shadows lie towards the southeast. So that's how you will answer this question. So I'll write there towards, remember it's 3 marks, I would say 14 hours and 15 hours, and the reason is that the shadows of the building lie towards the southeast. So that will be the answer to this question over here. I hope you learned something. Go there and use this method, and I hope you learned something from this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and also share the video. Until the next one.